Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. It's a funny story. So one day I was in the Crown Room. It's the lounge for the airlines when you're traveling a lot and you have long layovers. You can go to these lounges. I'm in there and I'm standing. It's early in the morning, and when I travel a lot, I'll have my breakfast there. So I'm standing there and I'm trying to decide what I'm going to have for breakfast. I'm like, am I going to have oatmeal? I don't know. I really feel like I need something more substantial today. Maybe I'll have a bagel. Ooh, if I have a bagel, I'm going to put peanut butter on it or jelly. Ooh, I can have one half and save another. And I hear this little voice. Where are the spoons? And I'm thinking they're not talking to me, so I go ahead and I'm like, ooh, but I could also have maybe a hard-boiled egg. No, you haven't had eggs in a while. You don't need to have eggs. Where are the spoons? And I'm just kind of talking to myself. I probably should just have the oatmeal. Don't put anything on it, Barry. You know you don't need to put anything on it. Where are the spoons? So I look up and I see this woman, and she's staring at me, and she's like mad now. She's like, where are the spoons? So I look around to see who she could possibly be talking to, and I go back into my mental conversation. You really should just have some oatmeal with nothing on it and maybe some coffee, and you could do that today. And then I hear, where's your manager? And I look, and she's talking to me. But it doesn't have anything to do with me, so I'm like, okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and have the bagel. I can actually wrap up a bagel and have some oatmeal and have the bagel on the plane later because you got a long flight. And then she comes over and she's like right there and she said, you heard me. Where are the spoons? You know what? Just get me your manager. And I just said, ma'am, I don't work here. And she turned every shade of red you can imagine. And I got the oatmeal and the bagel. And I was wrapping my bagel to take it later to go and just having a good laugh. And actually, I did a video call with some of my friends, and I'm telling them the story, and we're just howling. And she comes over and goes, oh, it's because your blouse was so beautiful and pressed so nicely that I just, because you look so good, I thought you worked here. Now, mind you, I saw all the people's uniform who worked there. It looked nothing like what I was wearing, but if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. I laughed so hard. I often tell people, it's hard to say this because, we've used these words so much and they've gotten so confused. I'm not bothered by privileged people who have more than others, like white privilege and the privilege to do things. I get that. I have a problem with entitlement, where I got something that I didn't earn and I deserve it. And not only do I deserve it, I deserve you working for me even when you don't work for me. I probably say every day of my life, I don't work here. I don't mean traveling. I mean, even when I'm at home, even during this pandemic, even in quarantine, I'll get messages from people asking me to do their work. Even comments on posts, do my work. I don't work here. It's this idea that people should serve you. And I'm going to tell you, my first thought is not about race. my first thought is usually, I feel sorry for the people who live in your house. Because if you're treating complete strangers with this kind of entitlement, what's happening to the folks who are closer to you? So, where are the spoons? I love you.